I mean, different demographics, cypherpunks would probably disagree with that. But trying to speak broadly here from the market, from my observations. And decentralization is more of like a security consideration. Like, it is just going to be more secure. It's going to have more longevity if we don't have centralization within the system. So to minimize our own risk profile, the more we decentralize, I think, the better that risk profile is going to be. So just taking that very pragmatic business approach while still kind of fostering the cypherpunk ethos more personally. But I think that kind of mechanism is important to ensure longevity in the system, and finding ways to do both at the same time and maintain both. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting how we thread that needle specifically, because part of my issue with TBTC V2 and the learning that we've done so far is that it's harder to compete when we optimize for the cypherpunk maxi side of things. And it's just true that there is more capital, there's more liquidity in the other side of town. And, it's a compromise and something that perhaps I have mixed feelings about generally, but is also something that this competitive part of me, I want to be, I don't want to just have the most decentralized protocol. I want to have the most useful protocol, and I want to provide the most utility to the world. And if this is what the market's asking for, and this is how we can serve the most people's interest and build the Bitcoin economy and create a place where people can permissionlessly use Bitcoin DeFi, they can borrow MUSD on Mezzo and earn, basis trading or leverage looping or whatever they want to do with that, and not have to go through a centralized institution. And at the same time, I think probably for the next few years, probably quite a few years, the largest retail segment is going to come through some kind of managed platform. And it's not going to be how I envisioned it per se, of everybody like onboarding their keys and wearing a ledger around their neck or whatever it is, and they're going to go with what they know, and there'll be these nice apps that they're familiar with and customer service and all this. So yeah, it's kind of been a bit of a reality check this year, I think, personally, and for the space of like, how do we actually do this at scale? And this is kind of where we're landing with it.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you kind of sharing that, because I think you're right. It's kind of funny. Like, I look at Zcash, for example, like right now, like it's ripping. It's got everyone's attention, and everyone's like, a lot of people are like, trying to dunk on it, saying like, well, nobody uses it. And I was like, I mean, you could kind of make the same argument about Bitcoin too, a little bit. Like, it was supposed to be, peer-to-peer cash or whatever. But I digress on that situation. So it's funny, like now that it's like ripping, everyone's like, hey, let's actually invest on like apps. Let's do this. Like it's bringing the ideas, that innovation, and those people to come in and build there, So I feel like, for better or worse, I think you're kind of spot on with what we're seeing in the market, which is if people see that there's a ton of liquidity there,